Gilbert Bankfin Currie Cup replica mini balls that are going to go into the crowd. 400 match balls and then 40 giant balls that have been autographed by both teams will go into the crowd. There are a lot of kids on either end of the field behind the posts. It's a little bit slippery underfoot. We had rain overnight, and so just a little bit damp underfoot, but the wind, which is blowing reasonably strongly early on, has actually just died down completely, so that is not going to be a factor at all in this game, unless of course it does get up a little bit. But the conditions absolutely ideal. It's coolish here in Durban for Durban standards, so it's going to be a wonderful game that we are looking forward to. With me is somebody who's played in 6 finals. Divan, hoe voel 'n mens nou op hierdie oomblik?
Dit is maar, ek was nog senuweeagtig so voor 'n finaal. Ek dink nie jy's bang om te speel nie. Jy's meer bang vir beserings. Jy's bang jy maak foute. Jy's bang jy laat die span in die steek. Maar die oomblik as jy opdraf, dan sit verby.
Well, the great sight is the balloons are let loose. Black and white, red, white and blue, just to show that they're totally neutral. But we were just looking at these two sides there. The Lions side with just 4 Springboks in the side and 12 players who are playing in their first Bankfin Currie Cup final. Henny LaRue being the most experienced, he's playing in his 5th. And of course the return of Hannes Strydom means a lot to the Lions, and he will be playing in his 3rd final this afternoon. Some of those guys have performed very well. Dean Hall, Mac Messina, Eric van der Merwe, young loose forward, plus Russell Winter, and Nick Moore is in the front row with Billy Meyer, having come in later on in the season to replace him. Well, there are 9 Springboks in this lineup, and just about every one of those players is a Springbok. Clinton van Rensburg is a person who has emerged as a very fine prospect. He's 102 kilograms, which is pretty large for a fly half, and he's done extremely well. Of course, Gary Teichmann, and a big day for Steve Atherton as he plays his 165th game, which equals the record of Hugh Reese-Edwards for the most cap Natal player of all time. Craig Davidson has had an outstanding season at scrum half for the Sharks, particularly when he's come on as a replacement. And then we just wait. There's for a moment, that's Mac Messina. And for a moment you just saw Philip Dreyer, our floor manager, who makes sure that everything's okay. That's the security man from Wolf Security. There's Philip Dreyer. And we saw also for a moment William Roos as Hannes Strydom leads the Lions out onto the field, followed by Marius Mostov, then Leon Bosov. And it's going to be just some tremendous contests here. Divan, I think, Henny LaRue, he's obviously got to have a tremendous impact on this game. Brett Johnston, who didn't have that happy a game here when he was last year, but he's played in 2 Super 12 finals. And then you've got Penty Martins and Clinton van Rensburg. So at halfback, you're going to have a tremendous contest. And then, of course, amongst the loose forwards as well.
Ja, jy definitief. Hulle praat baie van Henny LaRue met sy visie en sy vermoë om die spel aan die gang te kry, om die spel te lees, sy verspreiding, en almal praat hier in die stadion dat Henny LaRue is die groot gevaarman vir die leeu's. Ek weet nie of dit heeltemal so is nie. Ek dink Clinton van Rensburg word dan 'n bietjie onderskat. Ek verwag dat hy 'n groot wedstryd gaan speel, want dit lyk nie of hy hom laat afsit deur groot name.
It looks like Andre Hubert is going to lead. Now listen to this. Well, a wonderful moment for those 2 great Springbok rugby players. Andre Hubert playing his 96th game for Natal, so he's not going to reach the century mark, and Gary Teichmann his 144th. Of course, this is the 4th time that these 2 sides have met in the last 10 years. And the last time Andre Hubert in 1996 had such a tremendous game up at Ellis Park, scoring 2 tries. Quite ironic in many ways. They've the fourth game. They've played 3 times, twice here, once at Ellis Park, and twice Natal have won at Ellis Park, and the Lions have won down here at the stadium. But so much rests on that man. He is in tremendous form, and he realizes, we actually came down on the same plane yesterday, and he said, I realize how much is expected of me, particularly from Lions supporters, and so a big responsibility for him. Andre Joubert is always a threat from the back. The young centres, Joe Gillingham and Trevor Halstead, have done very well. The referee, in his 4th consecutive Bankford Currie Cup final, is 41-year-old Andre Watson, the only South African referee who is going to this year's World Cup. So the Sharks will be playing from left to right. There are Lions supporters here at the stadium, Kings Park. There's no problem with the sun. There's no problem with the wind. And it's Clinton van Rensburg who will begin the last Bankford Currie Cup game and final of the millennium. Labuschagne. Picked up by Willie Meyer. Well, the Lions a little bit slow to clear that ball. Marius Mostert eventually the one who passes it almost into no man's land, but Danny van der Walt has done well. Johnson. Well, that's not a bad kick by Brett Johnston, taking the pressure off LaRue. Scored a tremendous try in the Super 12 final when he played at Ellis Park against the side he's playing for today.
Ja, goed deur die Leeu's onder druk uitgekom. Die eerste aangee was maar nie baie goed nie, bietjie vertraag, maar hulle wys dadelik wat hulle wil doen. Hulle wil met hulle pak domineer.
There's so much black and white. There's the man, Steve Atherton. So Morne Visser to feed the line out. Well taken by Atherton. Visser now trying to work it back to Henty Martins. But the Sharks deciding to maul it up. It's now with Gary Teichmann. Atherton also goes in to try and loosen up the ball. Coming a little bit slowly for the Sharks. Martins, 5E. Big tackle by AJ Fenter. Oh, it was good defensive work by the Lions, number 8.
Ja, so 'n statiese bal. Ek dink Natal het nog gesukkel om daai bal uit te kry. Hulle staties. Op die einde het hulle bal vir iemand gegee uit 'n statiese situasie wat geen kans gehad nie. 'n Goeie verdediging AJ Venter. So 'n bal moet die skrimskakel liewer gebruik en skop agter die verdediger.
Venter. Johnson. Little flip in there for Boshoff. So still the forwards content to drive it up. Hannes Stradum was in possession last. Johnson, LaRue deciding to go on his own. Tried to find Walter Minnow. Good defense again by the Sharks as Gillingham secured the possession.
Verdediging gaan die sleutel wees in hierdie wedstryd, Hugh. Albei spanne sal goed moet verdedig, want ek het nog altyd gesê tackles win matches en dit is veral waar in 'n Currie-beker finaal.
Martins, Joubert. Good positional play that by Engelbrecht with an awkward bounce. A chance here for was that John Smith, the front ranker, who came back, captain of South Africa's under-21 side, and ultimately getting away with a kick that didn't come off the middle of his boot.
Hy het goed gedoen om daar agter te wees. Voor hy moet liewer dryf, hulle moet maar nie skop nie.
Well, I was looking for a back and I couldn't believe it was John Smith. Willie Meyer, who's represented Dispatch here so often in the old Toyota Club Championships. So a little bit of a problem with Andre Watson's microphone. Tupper Henning, he's the other, is the touch judge. So the first throw for Leon Boshoff. Venter quickly for Johnson. Leroux, Van der Walt. Tinus Delport works it back. This is now Labuskaghni. Looking for Venter, who was there very quickly. Minar. And nicely fielded by Martins. Hubert. See how he runs off the ball so quickly, so quick to size up the situation. Delport was under a lot of pressure. See where Andre Hubert is.
Andre lees die spel so goed. Geroep vir die bal daar van die skrimskakel af. Sien hy het nie veel om te doen nie, skop hom in die kassie met sy geleerde linkervoet en hulle plaas almal druk op Tinus Delport daar.
Well, ultimately it was good cover by Tinus Delport from the left wing position for the Lions, but this a good attacking position for the Sharks. John Slade is 5, Atherton 4, Scharf and Rensburg 6. He's the man who gets the little flip into Teichmann. Strong run by the Sharks skipper. 10 meters out from the Lions line, but it looks like the Lions may have turned it around. Venter trying to work it back for Johnson, and ultimately Vickers Venter who had to make the clearance. Now chance here for the Sharks to counter. Hubert looks around, finds a little bit of support in Justin Swart over the 22. Slade, Van Rensburg, big tackle by Thorne. Martins, Slade again, try to find Gillingham. Halstead under pressure, well picked up by Meyer, but there's a penalty. Andre Watson has blown a penalty for the Sharks in a very kickable position.
Yeah.
So a big moment for Clinton van Rensburg, but he showed good temperament last week against Free State. He missed a sitter early on in the game and then settled down and kicked extremely well.
Ja, daar sien ons dit weer. Justin eerst vir Andre in besit gestel, toe weer terug naar Justin. Daar is het een leeuw in de verkeerde kant wat uit die pad het gehaald wordt. Dis die strafskop daar. John Slade daar 'n bietjie te skyns. Net daarna weer 'n fout gemaakt, maar die strafskop was klaar toegeken.
7 minutes gone in the first half. Still no score if you've tuned in late, which is highly unlikely. And that couldn't be more in the middle. So a good start for the Sharks. We will have a little bit of a hold up as they try to repair or put Andre Watson's sound system right, and they're loving it. A lot of passion here in Shark Country.
Die punt het gekom van Natal oor die leeu's nie uitgeskop het nie en Teichmann het die bal verloor. Ek dink dis een van die kritieke teen Currie dat hy baie keer balle in laagwater verloor. Die leeu's kon nie uitskop nie. Natal het geen aanval geloods en die strafskop gekry, so een fout deur die bal nie uit te skop nie, 3 punte teen die leeu's.
Henny Leroux. Van Rensburg called early. Well, he would have liked that to have gone a little bit further down the touchline, but still it was a good nomination by him. Fenter. Quick help from Thorne. Johnson. Munar. Johnson. Fenter. Thorne there very quickly in support. Labuskachny. Well, that's the value of Clinton van Rensburg as he drove Labuskachny back. Still Johnson gets Meyer. The Sharks' defense is holding out well. This is Janis Labuskachny. Now he needs to get that ball down into ground. But somebody piled in there, and the referee will have a word with whoever it is.
Feet, Lions. Okay. En die tackle, kom jy ouens in en hulle spring op die ouens, so met voete van vooraf. We want breaking.
I think it's possible that it was the hooker Leon Boshoff who was pointed out eventually by Andre Watson. Well, the Lions producing the ball from rucks and mauls quite well, but not making any ground because the Sharks' defense was very good. Van Rensburg.
Daar sien ons dit weer. Bal van front toe, is losgemaal. Hier kom die man in.
Teichmann took well. Martins, well fielded by Gillingham. Makes good ground over up to the 22. Martins up for John Slade. This is good for the Sharks. Sean Payne. And that ball coming a little bit slowly for the Sharks. Van Rensburg goes on his own, stays on his feet well again. And another penalty to the Sharks.
Get up, in there. Coach in. Number 1. Holding, release.
Well, it was Marius Mostert who was penalised.
Weer Natal wat die spel na die Leeu's toe bring. John Slade weer daar met die hantering. John Smith, Sean Payne kom binne toe, hulle hou die bal beskikbaar, gaan na grond toe, val reg om die bal te plaas, maar die goue Leeu's oor die bal. Daar's Clinton van Rensburg, hy's groot en sterk, hy val die gaping aan wat mens moet doen en dwing die strafskop af.
Well, when the Sharks are in possession, their build-up has been more effective than that of the Lions, creating more space. Well, that was a hair's breadth away from missing, just striking that left hand upright and then going over the crossbar. So the Sharks, every time they've built up, Devon, they've actually created more opportunities.
Dit is belangrik as jy in 'n ander span se gebied kom, moet jy punte aanteken. Dit dwing hulle om terug te kom van ver af om weer punte aan te teken. En as jy kan voorbly in 'n Currie finaal, dan help dit baie.
Martins, Hubert, Delport. Just looked around, but look how Andre Hubert has read it now. A little bit of space for him to open up. Justin Swart on his outside, but deciding to go with the kick. And it is over Chester Williams' head. There's nothing Williams could do about that.
Dit is 'n skitterende skop deur Andre. Hy het gesien Chester het goed teruggeval. Chester het hom gelees, gewag daar vir die skop, maar die skop klop vir Chester. Daar sien ons weer. Kyk hoe mooi kyk hy. Hy goeie rolskop wat hy al vir hom maak en hy spring bo oor Chester se kop.
Well, Bruce Thorne was going up and then got interfered with.
Hands on the arms, just the ball. Didn't get numbers. Second jumper, front.
So Jannie van der Walt will take the penalty.
As hy ons weer spring word gesteer in die springery. Dit is ongelooflik dat hulle nog 'n strafskop by die lynstaande kry, laat dit so maklik is om deesdae jou eie bal te wen.
And again, there's a little bit of a mix-up in the line out. So that's 2 set pieces. Well, one resulted in a penalty, but that's not the sort of ball the Lions will want to produce from the line-outs, but well contested by the Sharks. Brent Moyle against Marius Mostert.
Stay square.
Martins, Hubert, Halstead. This is Sean Payne. See how the Sharks have created space. Ultimately, it was LaRue who got back and made the tackle. Hubert in possession, driven back by Delport. Now the support comes, picked up by Slade. Van Rensburg. Scragged by Stradom. Smith, Hubert, Favie on his outside, and Morne Visser was there as well. He's in possession now. Chance here for Henny LaRue. The touch judge's flag stays down. Boshoff. Johnson, LaRue. A lot of pressure on Henny LaRue. They're trying to close him down quickly. Justin Swart. Van Rensburg. Good ball for Halstead. Now Teichmann. Williams is up against him. Superb pass by Teichmann to Swart. Quite clear there from Andre Watson. But once again, the Sharks creating plenty of space.
Definitief, hulle gebruik die veld, die spasie, goeie aangee daar deur Charles van Rensburg, kry eers die man ingegee dan vir Currie. En hy roep daar, goed geroep deur Justin. Ek dink Justin kon nie meer gedoen het as my man het die pad uit op weer hardloop. Hy kon hom oor hom geskop het. Hulle was op die aanval hier. Leeuws sal moes omdraai. Maar dis goeie spel deur die Leeuws. Ag, weer Natal.
Well, that's a good kick by Jannie van der Walt. Andre Hubert very nearly was able to keep it in field.
Die Leeuws sal graag met hulle kenmerkende en sterk dryfstel vorendag wil kom om die Sharks uit te put, maar die Sharks doen op hierdie stadium baie goed om die bal van hulle weg te hou, speel die bal wyd, dwing die Leeuws om die balle uit te skop, om die foute te maak, dat hulle die scrums in die lynstaande kry, en so hou hulle die dryfstel van die Leeuws weg van hulle af.
Once more things go badly. Visser tried to drive it forward and lost it in the process. Johnson, LaRue into no man's land. Halstead reacted quickly. Good ball for Slade. Well, there's no scrum half there, so Brent Moyle takes it a couple of meters forward. And there's a big overlap here for the Lions. LaRue, Fenter.
Advantage Lions. Advantage Lions.
Johnson straight on. There'll be a penalty to the Lions if they don't make any ground. They haven't. And this is in a kickable position for Kobus Engelbrecht.
First that side, then this side.
Ja, en dis wat hy ook sal doen. Hy sal graag sy 3 punte wil kry, punte op die bord. Dat hulle hom iets kan wys vir hulle harde spel. Daar is onkant. Gillingham. Spel gaan voort, strafskop is klaar toegeken.
Over 400 points this season, 689 in all for the Lions. There's a big noise here. He keeps his head down, and the Lions are on the board.
Goeie skop weer Kobus Engelbrecht. Ja, sien ons weer tussen in die middel van die pale deur. Goeie 3 punte.
Well, the first 20 minutes of the game have just raced by. Good kick-off by Van Rensburg, but well taken by Bruce Thorne. Good mauling by the Lions. Johnson, Van der Walt, Gillingham is onto him. This is Vickers Venter. Gets it away to Henny LaRue over the halfway line. Fenty is there again. Van Rensburg tries to pick it up. Teichmann does. Driven on by Moyle. Martins. Not a bad little tactical kick that by Henty Martins. Engelbrecht. Fivey. Hubert in support. And that's a good pass by Fivey, and that very nearly got it back. Moster tidied up for the Lions. Johnson, Delport.
Andre Hubert het so mooi in posisie in elke keer. Goed gedoen daar deur 5 vir hom te gee. En dis die tweede keer wat hy aangee tussen Andre Hubert en 5 verlore gaan. Net daar, en elke keer was 5 te vlak. Hy moet in diepte ondersteun. Die vorige keer was hy ook te vlak en hy die bal verloor. Hier was hy weer te vlak. As hy in diepte ondersteun het, kan hy die bal maklik gevang het.
Visser to Van Rensburg. Slade, Atherton, Fivey. Well recovered by the Lions forwards. Now Thorne. Meyer. Johnson, LaRue, Venter. Vickers Venter has that ability to burst away. Engelbrecht Williams, his first real touch of the game. Halstead has him covered. Some of the players think that play is going to continue, but Andre Watson blew his whistle. There will be a scrum down for the Lions knock-on.
Ja, daar sal ons sien, Chester, baie sê het goed verloor, maar jy kan sien hoe met hy man sy bene dra by Chester gekom. Verloor die bal net voor hy by die kantlyn uitgaan.
Good cover too by Charles van Rensburg for the Sharks. Good defence there by the Lions. That's offensive defence. Henny LaRue tried to get the ball back. Johnson digs for it, and he's going to have a word with Johnson. Is Andre Watson, I think, for stamping.
Dit sal onnodig wees, want hulle klaar die bal gewen met 'n baie goeie verdedigende.
Penalty was yours. They're playing the game, the ball on the deck. But he goes in with feet on arms and chest and stuff like that. I won't have it, all right? Penalty for you, turn it around, go back.
Well, it's an unhappy former Queenslander who moves back to try and cover this kick.
Daar sien ons daai skitterende verdediging van AJ Venter op Teichman. Ja, kom hy self van Rensburg probeer die bal kry. Henny Leroux, al die ander leeu's daarin. Daar's Wayne Fyfie en hier kom hy en trap die bal. En as jy hier kyk, dan lyk dit of hy meer vir die bal trap as regtig op 'n speler. En die skeieregter het besluit dat hy trap 'n man.
So Walter Minnar receiving attention as Clinton van Rensburg finds touch for the Sharks. 24 minutes have gone. 6 points to 3, the Sharks lead.
Ek dink dit was swak spel daar deur Teichman op die bal op die agtervoet te probeer optel en dan te draai. Jy kan net teruggeduik word daar as wat gebeur het.
Morne Visser, who played here for the Western Province in the final in 1995. Atherton, Martins, van Rensburg. Good defence by Minnar. Martins, Gillingham. And that didn't go in the direction intended. Joe Gillingham also played here in a final, but that time for Transvaal as they were. That was up at, in fact I said played here, that was at Ellis Park in 96. Bruce Thorne. Atherton steals it away. Slade, the real problems for the Lions at the lineouts. Martins, van Rensburg. It's a test for Kobus Engelbrecht, Halstead and Rochester. Williams ultimately recovering. And just in time for the Lions. Johnson, Van der Walt, Henty Martins. Well, he's found some space as Martins. This is Sean Payne, Jabert, van Rensburg, and it's taken down by Walter Minnar. It was not intentional, says the referee. I think he might have been a little bit lucky there, Walter Minnar.
Nee, ek dink hy het hom regtig probeer onderskep. Goed gedoen daar deur Henty Martins. Sien almal kyk so vir wat Andre gaan doen, dat hulle vergeet die man wat met die bal hardloop en daar ongelukkig is die aangee net nie daar nie, maar weer eens sal van Rensburg bietjie te vlak. Hy wil toe graag by die bal uitkom. Mens moet in diepte ondersteun.
Martins. But it's interesting how the Sharks are finding that space. The lines of defence for the Lions has not been all that secure.
Wat die Sharks goed doen, hier is die man sonder die bal, hardloop in die regte posisie en dit maak dit vir die verdediging moeilik, want hy hardloop teen die regte hoek en hy maak die gat oop vir die man om deur te kom.
It was so important to run off the ball into spaces. Slade, variation by the Sharks. Van Rensburg in possession. Visser helps. He now has the ball as Boshoff goes in to try and stem the tide. Coming very slowly for Henty Martins. Smith, who got it away. And another hand in the way. The AJ Fenter tried to boot it ahead. Payne, referee allowing good advantage. Boshoff eventually the tackler. And a penalty to the Sharks.
Hold it. Get up. Go back. In the ball, playing the ball. Get on the deck, get on your feet before you can play. Grip the ball.
Well, Bruce Thorne, the guilty party. And another chance for Clinton van Rensburg.
Al die laaste 10 minute behoort net aan die Sharks. Dan gaat die spel na die Leeu's toe en speel die bal wyd, hardloop uit verskillende hoeke en dit is wat die Leeu's graag nie wil hê nie. Hulle wil by die voorspeler speel en daar sal ons sien Sean Payne goed gedoen, ontwyk 3 laagvatte, plaas die bal mooi en daar's Thorne op die grond en speel die bal.
Well, there was a case in point there with that little run by Sean Payne, how the Lions are missing their first time tackles. Is this game going to be won or lost on penalty kicks. It's another good one. Not bad luck for Clinton van Rensburg as Bruce Thorne kicks it away. Van Rensburg again. John Smith. Kenny LaRue tries to stop him. Smith very strong over the 22. And well played there by LaRue as Justin Swart is underneath it. Williams with the pressure. So often they were teammates in the past for Western Province.
Sien ons die skop, hou sy kop mooi af. Bal het gelyk op hy deurgaan, hy het begin draai, maar net te laat teen die reg op paal. En die Leeu's kom nog 'n drukkie uitkom.
Venter, Mostert. Johnson, Labuschagne. Johnson again, Venter. You see when the Lions make those runs, they're not getting anywhere. This is Billy Meyer. More solid defense by the Sharks. Johnson. Referee says play on. So it was well read by Teichmann van Rensburg. This time the Lions do stop that initial run. Well, Andre Watson said to them, use it a number of times. But sometimes the defenders get their hands on the ball and difficult for the ball carriers to release it.
Ja, die Leeu's se verdediging is goed. Hulle het baie krag aan die bolywe, hou die bal op. En jy kan sien in hulle laagvatte naby die skram duik die man al van agteraf en draai hom na hulle kant toe. Dit is 'n goeie tegniek wat hulle het.
Venter. Engelbrecht was up from the full back position.
Don't hold him. Let go. Number
Well, it's
7.
Wayne Fyvie who is penalised. And the way the Lions drove into him, he's a tough customer, Wayne Fyvie. Always in the thick of things. Teichmann also getting up a little bit slowly. So Kobus Engelbrecht deciding to go for the posts under instruction from Hannes Strydom.
Ons sien ons AJ Venter. Kyk hy afstamp. Eerste Saal van Rensburg, hy hardloop sommer saam met hom. Twee manne moet hom. Daar kom Gary Teichmann by. Hy gaan grond toe, plaas die bal. Nou wat hulle die bal probeer kry. Word die bal vasgehou daar deur 'n Shark. En die strafskop daar verdien.
I think there was a bit rough on Wayne Fyvie there. So this is the 5th penalty attempt of the match. 3 for Van Rensburg. This is the 2nd for Kobus Engelbrecht. And just shaving the upright. Not sure that it actually would have had the distance as Henty Martins tidies up. Kenny LaRue. And that's too far by LaRue. Easy catch for Andre Yabert.
Sover kan hy baie tevrede voel met sy spel. Gelukkig 'n maklike skop daar op hom, nie baie druk nie. Doen die regte ding. Vang die merk en skop die bal uit.
Well, the Lions have won just one line out in their last 4. Straight on. Johnson, Labuskachny. Mostert, Meyer, the 2 front rankers in harmony. Johnson, Leroux, Stradom. And still the Lions battling to make ground. They've been caught on the gain line all the time. Johnson, rather Thorne makes a little bit this time. Johnson, good running off the ball there by Jannie van der Walt. Hubert, it was more efficient defense by the Sharks and a good kick by Andre Hubert.
Dit sal die Sharks moet doen, hulle sal moet verdedig, maar jy kan sien die dryfspel van die Leeu's is goed. Dis nou die eerste keer in hierdie wedstryd so ver wat hulle die kans kry om dit kan doen. Gaan sien waar Andre Hubert die bal kry en ver uitskop. Maar met hierdie dryfspel, hulle speel die hele tyd na dieselfde kant toe. Dit raak naderhand dun in die verdedigers en dan kan die manne van die bal af hardloop.
Venter. Leon Boshoff seems to have found his range again. Johnson, Leroux, battling once again to get up to anywhere near that advantage line. Delport, Venter, great defence by Joe Gillingham. And John Slade rips it away for the Sharks. Could have fed Henty Martins there. Smith tries to bring it out. And let's see what Andre Watson has to say.
The ball will go out. Don't hit the guys from the side. Just go back 10. Go back 10. You didn't have a ball. Go back 10. Get out there.
Well, that is coming in from the side by the Lions. And so with 4 minutes left in the first half, Clinton van Rensburg has the opportunity to put them further ahead.
Ja, daar sien ons weer John Slade, die tweede bal wat hy optel uit 'n statiese situasie en die tweede keer wat hy geduik word, hy met daai bal vir die skrimskakel los. Daar sal ons nou sien wat die man van die kant af kom. Hier wag ons, hier gaan hy van die kant af kom en die man loop. Trek hom plat. Daar kom hy in. Hier kom hy in.
Well, eventually he arrived, Devon.
Yes. So hy moes eintlik 3 strafskoppe gekry.
Three minutes now left in the half. This for a 6-point lead. Well, it's not going to curve in, so a golden opportunity goes a big in. Leroux. Labuskachny was there quickly. This is AJ Venter. John Smith holds on with help from Atherton.
Guys, don't stay there for comfort. Stay there for comfort. Watch him, Tupper. Listen, waiting. Hold. Engage. Up.
Good control by the Lions forwards. Leroux.
Goeie verligting vir die Leeu's deur Henny Leroux. Agterlyn van die Leeu's het meestal verdedig nog in hierdie helfte.
Playing in his 5th final today, Henny Leroux. Van Rensburg, Martins, Van Rensburg, Payne. Martins, Smith. John Smith's been pretty prominent, but somebody else went over. It was Clinton Van Rensburg,
Stay on your feet, please.
the man in picture. Jannie van der Walt. And a pretty useful touch finder. Well, it's been one of those close encounters.
Ja, so ons weer na John Smith. Daar was baie manne buite. Sou beter gewees het hy's geïsoleerd, hy's alleen tussen 3 leeu's. En sy die bal daar met pas onbeskikbaar. Wil sy span wat hom gaan help. Clinton van Rensburg dink oor hy moet op sy voete bly. Duidelike straf vir die leeu's.
Very few balls going wide today. Johnson, Venter.
Hands off now.
Johnson, Willie Meyer, Thorne, picked up by Boshoff. And that wasn't terribly efficient control by the Lions, but a little bit of panic seems to be setting in there. The marking is so close by the Natal players.
Ja, hulle moet nie, jy's reg, hulle moet nie paniekerig raak nie. Hulle moet dit wat hulle heel jaar geoefen het doen. Hulle doen dit goed. Maar hulle raak te angstig as hulle naby die doellyn kom, dink ek.
Van Rensburg. We're now into injury time, and there's been little of it.
You have to go straight. Last time he's come like that.
But when it comes to interpassing movements, the Sharks have produced the better rugby. Venter, Johnson, Leroux, Fivey was off the back very quickly. Van der Walt in possession now. Help from Menard Johnson. Boshoff.
Come down.
This could well be the final set piece of the half.
Watch her knock on, fellas. Straight down. Waiting. Hold. Gate. Feed it. Feed it.
Venter, Johnson looking for a bit of space. When he does get a bit of space, Brett Johnson is tremendously quick off the mark. Now Willie Meyer drives it over the Sharks 22. Leroux, Venter, he has a chance for the Lions. Van der Walt, Delport gets away from Andre Joubert, and the Lions go into the lead.
Ja, dit was dan te makkelijk. En dit is maar altijd Andre Joubert se Achilleshiel geweest, hierdie verdediging. En Tennis Delport om te makkelijk af te daar sien jy. Goed opgetel, vinnige aangee, oorslaan aangee aan AJ Venter, trek die man mooi. So ook Jannie van der Walt. Daar moes Andre Joubert hom gekry het, hy mis hom. En die Leeuws trek in die eerste 3 aan.
Well, it was AJ Venter who found himself in space from a good pass by Henny Leroux. He was the man who made the run. And then you see Andre Joubert committed himself to Tinus Delport. Jannie van der Walt could have probably got over on his own, but getting away. And the Natal backs not coming up in a straight line.
Dis 100% reg. Gillingham was klaar omkant, so vinnig het hy opgekom. En as jy onevenredig omkom, dan skep jy gate vir die aanvallende span.
And that goes over the crossbar, so the Lions up to double figures. And what a turnaround in the game. The Sharks have created more opportunities, but the Lions have scored the try. Tinus Delport's 34th try for the Lions in 48 games. Well, we now well into injury time as Hannes Stradum controls well. Johnson, Leroux, Labuskachny, Williams, Well, the Lions seem to have gained a little bit in confidence, but they've given it away. The Sharks seem to be in control of it. Well, now they must just use their feet, but Johnson does get centre. Bit of space here for Andre Joubert. Engelbrecht. Well, it was perfectly weighted by the veteran fullback. Here Andre Watson just saying half a minute.
Come on, guys. Let's go, guys. Come on. Let's go finish one another. Feel super.
Thorne. Good contest in there by John Slade, but the Lions have control of the ball. Johnson. Pressure from Martins. And Andre Watson calls for half-time. Well, an amazing turnaround it was, because the Lions were under pressure for most of the half, with Natal being the more creative. We're going to go back to the studio for the commercial break, but you'll be back with us in 10 minutes' time. Where the Lions lead by 10 points to 6. And it's a very, very tight game, Devon Serpentine.
Ja, hier in die middelgedeelte van die eerste helft, die Sharks aangeval uit alle hoeke. Die Leeuws half dronk gehardloop, maar die Leeuws het goed verdedig. En hier teen die einde half teen die verloop van die spel en punte aangeteken, 3. Hulle loop voor 10-6. Die tweede helft gaan net so hard wees. En die spanne wat nou sy geleenthede gaan gebruik, dis die span wat gaan wen.
Well, this is going to be a few seconds of Andre Joubert and his fabulous career. So ready to run with the ball, pop into the right space at the right time. From Ladysmith High, played many games for Free State, and his 96th today for the Sharks. See, territorially the Lions have had a little bit better of it, but I mean, that possession figure is so close, and at the moment no replacements on the field.
Wait up, wait.
So it's Kobus Engelbrecht who restarts. 40 minutes to go. Van Rensburg. Picked up by Atherton.
Hands off, Lions.
Martins. And the boots coming in from
That is silly.
an offside position.
Number 2, don't fall.
Leon Boshoff, the guilty party.
Ball out. Is hy uit die game?
Morne Visser. Steve Atherton. It's chance here for John Slade. Minnar held him up initially. Martins. Gillingham. Halstead. Gillingham. Nice doubling around that by the centre. Swart. Scragged by Thorne. Martins. Thorne did well there. Boshoff. Johnson, little switch there for Van der Walt. Johnson. Probably wanted to angle that a little bit more downfield than towards the touchline.
Hulle hou die druk op die Sharks. Sharks moet hier uitkom. Hulle is agter. Hulle moet gaan punte aanteken.
The only Italian who played in the 1990 final at Loftus Versfeld, Steve Atherton. Slade. Secure work by John Slade. A good following up that by Fyvie, but ultimately couldn't control it. Engelbrecht lays it back. Well, Hinty Martins was outside his 22 when he got that ball and had to move back into his 22. And then the Lions a little bit slow to get under the high ball. Fenter is loose at number 8. Johnson. Good cover by Martins and tackling by Justin Swart.
Not going to come out. Nee, maar hij heeft getackeld, dus ik moet hem gauw blazen. Daar, blij lee, anders Currie. Zo kan het spelen. Volg mij nog recht. Listen, don't go. Wait for it. Hold, okay. That's better.
Fenter. And that's a clever little dummy there by AJ Fenter. Picked up by Marius Morstedt. Willie Meyer, Johnson, Leroux, Fenter. Well, Vickers Fenter staying on his feet very strongly and ultimately gets away. This is Tinus Delport. Has he got the pace to get past Sean Payne? Yes! No, says Andre Watson. It was a try. He was saying, get back. I thought he was saying it was knocked on. But Tinus Delport has got his second try. 2 opportunities. Twice his touchdown.
Ja, dit sal die wind uit die seile van die Sharks bietjie vat. Hulle het goed verdedig in die middelveld, maar die Leeu's op hulle voete gebly. Hy kry die bal weg. Daar kan ons sien die aangee van Johnson, Henny Leroux. Hy bly op sy voete. Nog steeds op sy voete. Kry hulp van sy span as hulle gaan steeds vorentoe. Vickers Venter kry die bal weg na Tinus Delport. Hy gebruik sy spoed. Hy gaan net hoekvlag toe. Sean Payne probeer so wat hy kan. Maar is te laat en dis 'n goeie 3 hier vir die Leeu's en dit gaan vir hulle baie beteken nou om hierdie stadium van die wedstryd.
Well, how Vickers Fenter got out of this, I don't know, but Tinus Delport just holding Sean Payne off. Now watch out for Chester Williams. He's right there to help. And the conversion just wide.
Sien ons het weer. Dit breek tussen 'n paar Natalies deur. En hy baie spoed Tinus Delport.
Very secure by Stradom. The Lions now seem to be just gaining a little bit in confidence. This is Willie Meyer. The Sharks need to regroup. Van Rensburg did well to get it to Teichmann.
Positief on it. Waiting. Oh, okay. Speed it.
Van Rensburg, Gillingham, Teichmann. This time the Lions preventing the Sharks from going over the advantage line and trying an elaborate movement, but the close marking of the Lions was good that time.
Let's get up.
Ja, ek dink dit sal beter wees vir die Sharks om bietjie te probeer agter die Leeu's speel, miskien met 'n skoppie of 'n deurskoppie deur die agterlyn dat die Leeu's moet omdraai, want vooraan as hulle van voor af aanvat word hulle teruggeduik. Hulle sal iets moet doen, hulle patroon moet verander.
Fenter, Delport, Hubert. That's a good punt by Andre Hubert.
Ja, sien ons. Oog op die bal, moeilike bal om raak te vat, is oor sy kop en op volle vaart kan hy nog die bal uitskop. Dis ou met baie vaardighede.
Well, there's the Lions bench. James Dalton, Mac Messina, Benny Nokia, Fenta. AJ Fenta has been prominent in the second half, picking most of the balls up at the back of the scrum. Well, the crowd showed their displeasure at the decision there by Andre Watson. He said there was a knock on. There plenty of hands in that ruck.
Klompbande daar, Henty Martin slaan aan. Het is baie keer moeilik vir 'n skrimskakel. As jy die bal wil optel met so baie voete, skop hulle baie keer die bal uit jou hand uit.
Fenta. Well, Vickers Fenta has really been a thorn in the flesh of the Natal defence. Meyer, Williams, brought to ground by John Smith.
Ball is out. It's ball. I'm not going to protect him. The hands are on. He's not going to take his hands off anymore. Hand off the ball. Ball out. Yes. Yes. Yes.
Well, John Slade did well there for the Sharks.
Well, guy can put his hand on the ball.
Ja, gaan we weer die leeuvoorspelers begin stadig maar seker wys hulle dominansie oor die Sharks toon. Hulle speel meer aggressief, meer dringendheid in hulle spel, hulle is meer by mekaar en ek dink dit voorspel gevaar vir die Natal se voorspelers.
You can see the advantage there that the Lions have in the second phase. Scrums and lineouts very, very even. Well, is that Shark going to continue to smile? The crowd have gone a little bit quiet. Tension is starting to build. We've got 31 minutes left. Teichmann, Van Rensburg. And it's picked up by Jannie van der Walt. This is danger for the Sharks as Halstead goes back. Minnar gives chase. Halstead has done well, creating a little bit of space. Now can he find the support? Martins, Hubert. Space on the outside for Justin Swart. Van der Walt gets back. Your Johnson rather couldn't make the tackle. Up towards the halfway line. Van Rensburg is in there. So was Smith and Visser. Martins, tackled by his opposite number. Chester Williams, this could be a try for the Lions if Chester Williams can control, picking it up rather than kicking it ahead. Has he got the touchdown? Yes, says Andre Watson, and look at the delight on Chester Williams' face.
Ja, die Sharks se foute word hier gestraf. Dan sien Chester sy ervaring, hy het die bal gekry, gewag dat hy bal reg op, gedink die verdediging gaan hom vang, maar jy kan sien as hy by die doellyn kom, hoe laag gaan hy in. Laag op die grond om hy 3 te druk, om onder die verdediging te kom. Daar verloor die Sharks die bal, Chester skop deur. En gelyk of die bal gaan reg spring, dan spring het half agter hom. En hy moet half omdraai en die bal kry. Kyk, hier kom die verdediging, maar kyk hoe laag gaan hy om daai bal te druk daar. Skitterende 3 deur Chester.
Well, a good decision too by the touch judge. You see that? I thought Williams would try and foot the ball ahead. Van Rensburg a little late, Gillingham a little late, and then Tupper Henning right on the spot. Cobus Engelbrecht is wide. But those few opportunities that they've had on attack have turned to points, and the try scorer has been the wings. That is really exceptional finishing.
Right up.
Thorne. You see Nico Wagner is now on the field. and also Craig Davidson. So Ian McIntosh ringing the changes. Nico Vechner in the place of Steve Atherton, and Henty Martins is off as well. Teichmann, Davidson, good driving by the Sharks forwards, picked up by Slade. Davidson's found space, Fenter brings him to ground, over the lines 22, Vechner's prominent. Davidson, Van Rensburg to Sharp Van Rensburg. This is Halstead. Look how many red and white shirts are around him. The Lions now very committed to defence.
Advantage. Number 5, advantage.
And it's a penalty to the Sharks as Hannes Stradom is penalised.
Your captain. Last feet. Yeah, you can go. No, they can't do it in a rush. Number 5, last feet. Go 10.
Well, Gary Teichmann now deciding that tries are a requirement. Now the Sharks have produced some innovative moves from lineouts in the last couple of weeks. Will we see something happen here? Vechner, Smith in possession now. Davidson, good defence by the Lions once again.
Hold on. No. Cool it. Get out. Wait up.
Well, the players continue to push and shove.
Wait. Nice. Geen probleem, het is recht hierbij. Let's go. I want you. Okay, come here.
As soon as weer Craig Davidson wordt plat gelijk, Danny Leroux komt plat.
And your number 2.
Hij van oor.
Cool it. And your
Er
number
was een
2,
trap op
please.
Danny Leroux.
Your number 2.
En Thorn klapt sommer daarna, man. Hij is nogal baie lief om te klappen hier en daar. Elke wedstrijd.
Let me tell you what happened. Number 10 tackled and he ended up on the wrong guy. I gave a whistle for a scrum for you guys, okay? I can't protect him, all right? It was a handbag full of nothing. But you came running in. Just cool it. That's what I'm telling you, okay? It's a great day, it's a great game. Cool it. We carry on with the scrum there, the tail ball. Cool the goal, guys. Cool him down. I can't protect him if he falls over. I can't protect him. Let's scrum down.
Well, the sum total of this whole little fiasco is that the Sharks have a scrum in a very good attacking position.
Have to go straight. Oh, okay. Get it up.
Teichmann, good ball for Joubert. Tremendous defence by Engelbrecht. I think that's been
Hold it.
worked out by the Lions. They've obviously watched tapes of that movement. Teichmann, Joubert,
Go back, Ted. Yes, take
where
him off.
Andre Joubert scored 2 such great tries in the 96 final at Ellis Park. But it was outstanding defence by Kobus Engelbrecht.
Baie goed, maar die strafskop is hier teen Andre Joubert, terwyl het teen Kobus Engelbrecht moet wees, want toe hy Andre geduik het, het hy die bal uit sy hande probeer gryp. Die reël sê jy met die speler wat geduik is die kans gee om die bal te plaas. Kobus Engelbrecht het dit nie gedoen nie, die strafskop moet eintlik vir die Sharks gewees het.
Well, now Etienne Finn is on the field as well. He is in the place of Brent Moyle. Fenter.
You are picking up the ball and putting up the ruck. Number 2. You can't turn it. Turning the ruck into a ball. Can't do that.
Well, the ball had gone to ground and then Leon Borsov picked it up. So another chance for Clinton van Rensburg to set up an attacking line-out position. Pumps it low. It's a difficult one, that, because his judgment has to be good. Smith, stopped by Fenta, well laid back by Smith. Davidson.
Knock on, but the first one was by the Lions. Knock on.
It's going to be a Sharks put in for this to the scrum.
Two knocks. Right. Right team. Okay. Get it up.
Well, you can see Andre Hubert there telling Justin Swart what is happening. There seems to be a lot of advice for the referee from most of the players. One feels they should just get on with it.
Hold, engage, spin it up.
Teichmann, Davidson, Van Rensburg. Once again, the Sharks' defence, or rather the Lions' defence, holds out. Fenta. This is Vickers Fenta this time. Help from AJ very quickly. Well, as we move towards the last quarter, is that going to be or will it take a while for the Sharks to get back down to Lions territory? Because you just get the feeling that if they don't score quickly, the sands of time may run out. Tinus Delport. Well, it couldn't be more even than that in terms of possession and territory. Fenta, Johnson, Vickers Fenta. He runs with such pace at the opposition. Good work by Thorne and by Meyer. This is Jannie van der Walt. Vinnie Meyer lays it back for Johnson. Engelbrecht, scragged by Slade. The Lions forwards there in support very quickly. Johnson, van der Walt. Davidson, Van Rensburg, bit of space on the outside, but it doesn't go to hand. It'll be a penalty, though, to the Sharks. Offside by the Lions forwards. Well, AJ Fenta has been one of the stars of this game.
Hy's oral, hy verdedig, hy kry die bal in die lyn staan en alles. As daar beter agterman in Suid-Afrika is, dan weet ek daarom nie. Ek dink hy's bitter ongelukkig om in die Springbokspan te wees nie, want soos hierdie man speel, kan ek nie glo hy's nie daar nie.
Penalty hierso.
Ja, jy gaan besluit daar op.
Daar is 'n beter voordeel.
Well, let's see who Andre Watson summons is. It looks like AJ Fenta.
Ek sal dit kort maak. Way off the ball. Ek het teruggekom, hy daar gegaan en het nie geslaan, okay? Toen waar is die yellow card? I think you're lucky. Guys, keep it calm, okay? I won't hesitate. I'll contribute to the game, but if you guys want to do it your way, have it your way. Then take what I do. Do the yellow.
So AJ Fenta gets the yellow card, having hit somebody with his knee. Keep it calm. It's quite difficult with 52,000 people screaming. There you see, that was unnecessary. Well, I now see that Nick Moore is on the field for the Lions. Wegner very secure at that line out. Fissa to Teichmann. See the commitment to the Lions defenders. Willie Mayer's also having a storming game. Davidson. Oh, Davidson just very nearly found the opening there. Penalty. Yeah, there were hands in the ruck. I think it was probably Bruce Thorne.
Get off it. Go back, please.
The ball was on the ground. You can't pick it up. There's Nick Moore.
Go 10. Up to you to go 10.
So Nick Moore has taken over from Marius Mostert.
Order.
20-6, 17 minute oor. Dit sal 'n grootste terugwegpoging van die Sharks vereis om hierdie stand in te haal. Want dit lyk vir my of die Leeu's al hoe meer domineer met hulle voorspelers. Lyk of hulle dit meer oor gaan geniet. Jy kan sien hulle het baie meer selfvertroue. Hulle glo in hulle hart al klaar. Hulle het hierdie wedstryd gewen en hulle begin dit nou geniet op hierdie stadium. As jy weet jy het jou opponent in 'n wurfgreep, dan begin jy dit meer geniet.
So Clinton van Rensburg is on target. Teichmann, 5E. So often when 5E runs forward like that, the ball is produced quickly. Davidson, Teichmann trying to find space for Justin Swart. And he's well held by Jannie van der Walt. And van der Walt comes away with it. And this time the Sharks, Van Rensburg, held by Johnson, then by Minnar. He had about 4 men on his outside. Wegner drives forward. Then Finn gets it to Davidson. Space here. Slade did nicely. The referee saying there was a forward pass. The Sharks had men aplenty on that far side.
Ja, dat was een goede geleentheid voor Clinton van Rensburg. 4 mannen om hem. En hulle wil in die middelveld afgaan. Die Sharks het goed gedoen in die eerste helfte toe hulle gehardloop het uit alle hoeke. Net ondersteuning en in die tweede helfte wanneer onder druk is wil hulle dit nie doen nie. Davidson speel goed. Hy is ongelukkig hy bal net vorentoe goed gevat daar deur Slade. Maar dit moes 'n beweging vroeër gebeur het.
Well, there's somebody who's receiving attention to quite a cut on his head, and it's Gary Teichmann. So that's an unfortunate exit by him. Will he come back? That's the big question. They're taking him off quite quickly. That's Warren Brits, who is on as a replacement. So very unfortunate for the Sharks. Venter again, hanging loose. Another good dummy by him. Extending the Sharks' defense. And Bruce Thorne is penalised and then argues. Quickly taken by Davidson. You can't do that when 10 metres is given.
Go back.
So it'll be now Wayne Fyvie who takes over the captaincy. Good kick by Clinton van Rensburg. 14 minutes left. 20 points to 9, the Lions lead. So the Sharks have to score twice. The Lions holding out.
In die tweede fase bal, Sharks het opgetel, maar die kwaliteit bal wat hulle kry is nie so goed as die van die Leeu's.
Smith gain 10 metres, from the Lions goal line. And it's Billy Mayer who comes away with the ball.
Come here. Come here.
And Bruce Thorne's going to get a lecture.
It's the last time he fails deliberately, okay? That's deliberate. Stay on your side.
So another penalty to the Sharks.
Stop, come here terug. Jy ook, team. Come terug. Come here. Come here. Just go 10 and play the game. Go back 10. Go back 10.
Well, Henny LaRue's unhappy. And Clinton van Rensburg gets another opportunity. Well, if he kicks this over, the Sharks will still have to score twice. Well, he can still manage a smile, but it's tense for the crowd as well. And this flag stay down. So another opportunity goes a big in.
Hannes, discipline. Weer dit, dis ook vir jou vraag.
Henny LaRue. Andre Yabert. We need some magic for him to do the Sharks. Davidson, Yabert. And Billy Mayer has read that well. In fact, it wasn't Billy Mayer, it was Leon Boshoff. Henny LaRue trying to burst away. Tackle by Van Rensburg. Then it's Minnar Davidson for the Sharks. Swart got it up for Brent Moyle. Hubert. Engelbrecht. Well, he's content to just boot the ball downfield. Davidson. Smith. Wegner. Well, there have been plenty of penalties in this game, given away by both sides, quickly taken by Davidson. The referee is saying that the lines weren't 10 meters. Well, a number of times he's had to call on Hannes Schadum to try and bring some discipline to his side. 10 minutes left.
En eens kijken of de Sharks nou iets kan doen. En dat zal nou definitief iets moeten doen.
Wegner. Visser tries to work it back. That's a good maul by the Sharks. Then to Slade. Well, that's disappointing for the Sharks, but the Lions have defended well.
Come on, guys. Wait up. Hold. Okay.
LaRue. Hubert. Crowd scream for him to do something. Van Rensburg, bit of space on the outside here for the Sharks. This is Halstead. Gillingham. LaRue makes a telling cover tackle. And Topper Henning indicating to Andre Watson that the ball went forward. Really was a great tackle that by Henny LaRue.
Ja nee, dis 'n goeie verdediging daar weer. Hy het die bal nie uitgeskop nie, maar hy het sy fout kom regmaak. Hy het die belangrikste laag wat gevat daar. Kyk vir Andre. Sommige situasie op, goed teruggeval daar deur Self van Rensburg. Hier moes al sit maar dalk bietjie langer aan die bal gehou het om Chester te trek. Maar hy sien die goeie laag wat daar deur Henny LaRue. En hy verloor die bal vorentoe skram vir die Leeu's.
Well, now Willie Meyer leaves the scene and Marius Mostert is back on the field. It looks like Eric van der Merwe is also there. Nick Moore with the headband. That's Eric van der Merwe. And Walter Minnar has departed. Venter. Johnson. Chester Williams is up quickly, gets the tap back. And Mornay Fisser did well, so did Warren Brits. Slade. Davidson, Van Rensburg, Gillingham, big tackle by the midfielders of the Lions. Brits now in possession for the Sharks. Johnson, that's a good tactical move. Now Tunis Delport gives chase. Andre Yubert is going as quickly as possible. Delport is there, and that could be the telling move of the half.
The foul, scrum down. Scrum down.
So they will scrum rather than have the line out.
Tunis Delport by hom. Hy het die paal uit die pad, 5 tree skram. Dit tel amper soos 'n dooddruk van die bal voor hy die bal in die doelgebied gehad.
Well, that was very well read by Brett Johnson. He saw that there was a lot of space there. It's one of the dangers with Andre Yubert quite rightly coming up to try and create that extra man, because the Sharks so desperately need to put points on the board. But Brett Johnson read it expertly, and the great cheer as Gary Teichmann returns, albeit in the number 23 jersey. Can he lift the Sharks? The Lions will be very happy with this field position. Venter, help there from Labuskachny. And the Lions couldn't produce the ball, but they'll be pretty content with this field position with the last 5 minutes now on the stadium clock.
Guys, that's the first.
Ja, ek dink hierdie leeuvoorspelers het bietjie die Sharks bietjie oorskadu vandag. Hulle intimideer hulle fisies. En die Sharks kan uit hierdie greep uitkom.
Well, the fourth time in the 90s that these two sides have met. Sharks victorious twice at Ellis Park. The Lions here at the stadium, Kings Park. Is it to be again? Defences have been very solid around the fringes of the scrums.
I'm giving all the chances of my life. You can't talk to him now. Right up. And engage. Split it up.
Teichmann. desperately trying to play a captain's role, but still the Lions defence holds. Joubert getting it, and now chance here for Gillingham, but more solid defence. So often the ball carriers just swamped by red and white jerseys. Oh, superb work by AJ Fenter. Leroux, can Delport get his hat-trick? Quickly there was Van der Merwe. Now Vickers Fenter, number 12, goes in to try and get the ball. Bruce Thorne is also there. And the Lions have the put into the scrum. Well, there will be 30 plus the reserves. The fellows have been on the field for 78 minutes, will be exhausted men. It's been one of those tough, closely fought encounters.
Zie je daar, Gillingham trapt goed af van beide voeten. Maar ongelukkig in die verdediging en uiteindelijk. Dan kom Henny Leroux. Kijk, een goed trek uit zijn man. Die man weg te zien, Kines Delport.
Fenter and Labuschagne working together. Now Vickers Fenter. The Lions going in hard. Can they produce the ball? Johnson preferring to go with the forwards, keeping it close. Now decides to go with Engelbrecht. And Kines Delport, can he swirl his way over the line? So close and yet so far. Lions put in again. This could be the ball game. 2 minutes left.
Hulle sal tevrede wees om net op hierdie doellyn te bly. Maar met hierdie druk moet hulle een of ander tyd deurkom. Miskien met die volgende scrum.
AJ Fenter again, good work, pick up again. Johnson, he decides to go on his own. Engelbrecht at scrum half. Chance here, it's Leon Boshoff who wraps it up. 1999 is going to belong to the Lions.
Ja, volgehouden druk, je moet punten aanteken. Die gaten gaan ook uiteindelijk. Dan sit weer AJ Venter het Johnson in die gaping sit. Hy kon net nie die doellyn haal nie. Hier kom hy uit onder druk, kry die bal by Boshoff wat mooi met spoed omkom. Daar kan jy sien, hy kom op soet, lees die bal, ondersteun die bal. En dit is die finale spyker in die doodskus van die Sharks.
Engelbrecht adds the extra 2. Good body position that by Leon Boshoff. You see where Engelbrecht was, did well to get that ball away to Leon Boshoff. But still, the encounter goes on. This is Van der Walt, now Henny Leroux. See where Andre Joubert is. Mostert, wide forward, AJ Fenter. Been a tower of strength as AJ Fenter. Johnson, content to do that as Davidson has to go back a long way. Now he's all alone out there. Andre Joubert is now with him. But the Lions, look at the reds and the whites, once again swarm around the ball.
Now ball, strap guys, I can't wait all day. Play it then. They're going forward. No more. No more.
Still 1 minute on the clock. And it's going to be a sad swan song for Gary Teichmann. But it's been a great career here at the stadium, Kings Park.
Okay, come on. Okay. Okay, beat it.
The Sharks will be wanting to keep this ball in hand. and try and move it wide. Davidson, Van Rensburg, Halstead, Fyvie, Gillingham. Venter is across there quickly. The ball's gone forward. Engelbrecht, referee waiting for advantage. And there won't be any. So it'll be Lions feed at the scrum again.
Masinga kry 'n kans in die laaste minuut. Hy gaan seker net 'n minuut op die veld wees, maar hy kan hom ook voel hy het in die Currie beker finaal gespeel.
It's Jannie van der Walt who's gone off. Well, we can manage a smile despite our sadness, say the spectators, but there are plenty of Lions supporters here and they're in full cry at the moment. Venter, as he's so often done this half. Dean Hall is also on the field. He gives chase. Andre Joubert doesn't like to be up against the touchline like that on his unfavoured right foot.
En die Leeu speel nou die regte spel. Johnson lees dit goed. Hy hou die bal net daar in hulle gebied teen die kantlyne. Die Sharks moet daar uitkom en hulle hou net die druk. Dis weer die wedstryd is klaar in die sakkie.
Hannes Jaden just asking Andre Watson, isn't time up yet? Stradom himself gets. Strong maul this by the Lions. Johnson, well recovered for the Sharks by Teichmann. But it's such a difficult position for them to be in, trying to run the ball. Interception can come. Messina and LaRue do well for the Lions. Justin Swart now has to go to scrum half. And well read by the Lions forwards. Thorne got it wide for AJ Venter. Controls and gets try number 5. Well, that'll be joy aplenty for the Lions players. And in the ultimate, you can't really quibble against 5 tries to none.
Hy kan nie maar weer besit afgegee deur die Sharks. Hulle is in die moeilikheid, hulle moet 'n vinnige bal kry om te hardloop. Uiteindelik kom die bal uit. Hulle gebruik om die Leeu se konsentrasie en dringendheid net baie meer. Hulle wen die bal en uiteindelik 'n spotmaklike 3 vir AJ Venter wat hierdie 3 verdien.
Well, when the sands of time were running out, I did say it's very difficult to try and run the ball out of that position, particularly when the team on defense is in that rampant mode.
As ons weer bal uit, hy staan en wag Fyvie. En daar kry hulle die bal. Kyk vir AJ Venter hoe goed hy beheer hom.
Well, that was very well read by Leon Boshoff. He realized that ball was out. AJ Venter, the ball game forward, but managed the control. Cobus Engelbrecht, and just wide. But that's the ball game. 1999 belongs to the Lions. AJ Venter is absolutely delighted, as are the rest of the players. They've worked very hard. Laurie Mains and the manager, William Ruas. And Hannes Stradom, in his 3rd final, is the victorious captain. Well, Divan, what did you think of that?
Ek dink die eerste helfte die Sharks baie kanse gehad. Hulle het goed gelyk. Hulle het dit beheer in die middelste gedeelte van die eerste helfte. Hulle kon nie punte aanteken nie. Kom nie. Die Leeu's die verloop, hulle druk 'n 3 net voor rustyd. Die tweede helfte was daar net een span op die veld en dit is die Leeu's en hulle verdien te tree hierdie oorwinning.
Well, it is a sad day for Andre Joubert and for Gary Teichmann playing in their last games for the Sharks, but it wasn't to be today, where the Lions took their chances. Tinas Delport scored the first 2 when he got the opportunities. Then it was Chester Williams controlling very good from the kick ahead. Leon Boshoff wormed his way over very efficiently, and ultimately AJ Venter hammered the nail into the coffin. So whilst it is sad for those players, they've tried their best. It was one of those finals that was very, very tight, with both defences prominent. Willie Meyer played well. They all played well. They all gave their all 30 players plus the replacements, but ultimately that is a pretty convincing victory for the Lions, and history repeats itself where they have come here once again to the stadium, Kings Park, and triumphed. The last time they were here, it was Uli Schmidt who scored the winning try. And we're going to return back to the studio for a short while. Laurie Mains gets hoisted ahead, or a shoulder should I say, and obviously in his first season in South Africa he's very, very pleased. We're going to go back to the studio just for a few minutes till about 7 o'clock, and then we'll be back with you for the interviews.
And as well, we're going to start off our presentation this evening to finish the 1999 Bankfin Currie Cup by awarding our medal to the man of the match, and that goes to this man in the background here, AJ Venter. AJ, I'm sure you've got a few words to say to us, and we've given a few of these medals to you already this season, a sign of good times.
Well, let's see. I thought I was going to be bigger this one, but yeah, I just want to say thanks to all my teammates there. I'm going to leave the talking for Hannes. Thanks a lot for the Transvaal guys that came up. It was a fabulous day and a lovely win. Thank you.
Thanks very much, AJ Venter, our Bankfin man of the match in the Currie Cup final this year. We also call upon the losing captain today, very sadly so in many ways, Gary Teichman of Natal. Gary, there's a huge amount of emotion right now, and I don't think that there are too few people out there that were, well, a lot of people rather, that were very concerned when you went off with the injury, but the fact that you were able to finish the match, I think says a lot for you in terms of just how you've played your rugby throughout your career, and it really is a very, very sad occasion for you in this last match for Natal.
Yeah, just on behalf of Juba, Mac and myself, would like to thank the crowd. It's been great playing here. I think that's what makes you come on if you're injured, is to play in front of these people. And to Hannes and the Transvaals, the Gauteng side, the Lions, congratulations on a great win. 5 tries to none. You can't argue with that. To my side, it's a pretty young side. I think they got a lot of rugby in them, and I'm sure they'll be back here. But once again, thanks very much for your support.
Gary, just before you leave as well, I'm sure the crowd want to hear a little bit more from you as well. You're off to Newport next season, and who knows, maybe 2 or 3 seasons down the road, perhaps back here for a little swan song for Natal?
No, I think this is my end here in Natal. I'm going to play 2 seasons over there, and then I think I'll call it a day.
The last decade has really shown in terms of the efforts that Mac has put into Natal rugby, as well as Andre Joubert, and you've just mentioned them, a really titanic performance from all 3 of you.
Yeah, you know, Mac has been phenomenal in coaching here in Natal. He's got so much enthusiasm, and he doesn't ever stop, and I want to just thank him. He sort of set the tone for my career, and I think for Juba's as well.
Gary, in a little ways, in a number of ways, it's a bit of a sad ending, not winning this match, and recent disappointments as well. A message for the Springboks for the Rugby World Cup?
Yeah, I'd just like to give them my vote of confidence. I think they've got a whole lot of good players there, and I think Joost will do really well, and I'll be watching from Wales, and I'll be supporting them.
Gary Teichman, thanks very much. A great servant of South African rugby and Natal rugby as well. The Bankfin Currie Cup in 1999 is going to belong, and it's going to find a little stable in Johannesburg, and the man who's going to come up and fetch it is going to be Hannes Strydom, but first he's going to have a chat to me before he receives that trophy. Hannes Strydom. Just before you accept that trophy from the sponsors, Mr. Dolph Wright of Bankfin and Mr. Silas and Kanunu of SAFU, Hannes, all went according to plan today, did it?
Definitely. Every single minute of the game went exactly according to plan. I can just bow my heads and thank God for the energy and the power he gave us to pull through this game. And notwithstanding, I want to thank our coach, Laurie Mains. He's had a tremendous season with us, and I hand this cup over to him with a great pleasure as well. Thank you very much.
On a personal front as well, you must be pleased with the fact that you got through this game without a problem with your hamstring.
Yes, I've had a couple of injuries this year, but my hamstring held on well. I'm very confident, and I'm very impressed with the players. Thank you.
Hannes, also just the work of your tight five, of which you were one of them today, just laid quite a good foundation for the success.
Yes, we've known our tight five have been playing excellently the past couple of games, and we knew today was also the foundation of a win against Natal. But notwithstanding, I'd like to say to Natal, they've had an excellent season. I really give them and rate them the team of the 90s, and definitely the crowd has been behind them all the way, and well done the crowd, well done.
Well, both of you teams have really been the form teams of the 90s, and Laurie Mains and Ian McIntosh, two unsung heroes, and we see Mac in the background. His last match, Laurie Mains, still plenty to go, but congratulations once again, Hannes Strader. That's your trophy.
Thank you very much.
Well, we've just had the champagne popped here. It's a great evening then for the Golden Lions. We're going to finish off this wonderful occasion by going back to the commentators to finish the broadcast.
Thanks, Gavin, and let's have a look at the tries that mattered. It was AJ Fenter popping the ball up to